Since you both have made up your minds, we won't say more. Just remember, show restraint. If your strikes become too powerful, the two of us will intervene immediately. MultiSubs, knowing exactly what Xiao Yan was thinking at this moment, spoke up. However, MultiSubs still felt a bit fearful inside. After all, these two before him were exceptional talents in both strength and potential. No matter who got hurt, it would be a major problem for the Incense Pavilion. Xiao Yan, don't go too hard, or else. Xiao Yan quickly transmitted his soul message to Xiao Yan in response. Xiao Yan had just successfully mastered the Hall Guardian treasure of the human hall. If anything went wrong at this critical moment, MultiSubs could very well turn the Earth Hall upside down. You don't need to worry. Though Xiao Yan's strength as a 7-star Do-D is indeed formidable, I trust Xiao Yan. After all, he's slain the twin ghost emperors, shattered the sky-reaching river record, and has now broken through the history of our human hall. I believe in him. MultiSubs noticed Xiao Yan's little gesture and coldly snorted, his voice filled with anticipation for Xiao Yan. Ah, right? Xiao Yan coughed awkwardly, but deep down, he felt the same. One or two of these feats might be coincidences, but when they all add up, it's definitely more than that. In fact, Xiao Yan was now looking forward to seeing who would emerge victorious in this battle. Step back. Before anyone could react, a brilliant surge of life force erupted from both MultiSubs and Xiao Yan, instantly trapping an enormous space over 100 feet wide. This space, encased within their force, was precisely the battleground for Xiao Yan and Xiao Yan. After all, the energy ripples from a battle between a 6-star Do-D and a 7-star Do-D were not something that ordinary Do-Dis could withstand. You've been waiting for this day for a long time, haven't you? Xiao Yan slowly moved away from the crowd, heading towards the sky enveloped in energy, not forgetting to exchange words with Xiao Yan along the way. And you haven't? Xiao Yan replied calmly. But he had to admit, Xiao Yan had earned his position as the second senior brother of the Earth Hall with his pride intact. Even Xiao Yan's soul power warned him. This guy was definitely no simple opponent, a dangerous individual. Even from a distance, Xiao Yan could sense an aura of extreme danger emanating from Xiao Yan. After passing the life tribulation of the 6-star Do-D, life force appears within your body. Upon breaking through to the 7-star Do-D, this life force is infused with attributes. Mine, like my previous Do-Chi attribute, is fire. But what's strange is, why do you not seem to possess any life force within you? Xiao Yan asked, staring at Xiao Yan with some surprise. Heh, it's just life force. I didn't like it, so I didn't bother to condense it. I still prefer Do-Chi. Xiao Yan casually brushed off Xiao Yan's inquiry. In that case, let's fight. I want to see whether the Do techniques of your human hall are as powerful as they're rumored to be. Xiao Yan's voice remained calm, but the blazing battle intent beneath his words was undeniable. Use your full strength, Xiao Yan responded slowly. Heh, full strength? You can talk about that when you're qualified. Xiao Yan remarked dismissively. There was no denying Xiao Yan's power, his vast soul power, and even the possession of the sacred flame, a rare heavenly treasure. Coupled with his recent mastery of the deeply hidden Do techniques of the human hall, Xiao Yan certainly felt the pressure. However, Xiao Yan had his own confidence. If Xiao Yan wasn't as strong as he expected, there would be no need to use his full power. Let's hope you'll still have the strength to say that later. Xiao Yan snorted coldly. Begin. Without further words, Xiao Yan ascended into the sky, announcing the start of the battle. Immortal body. Imperial flame. As the battle commenced, Xiao Yan immediately summoned two of his defensive techniques. With the appearance of the golden immortal body and the dazzling imperial flame, the space enclosed by MultiSubs and Xiao Yan's radiant power became intensely heated. The body of a Do-D and this strange flame. You've got quite a few secrets, don't you? Xiao Yan didn't stop Xiao Yan from using these techniques, allowing him to do so freely. First layer of the 7-layered Skybreaker ruler. Without wasting time, Xiao Yan took the initiative and launched his attack with a swift, decisive attitude. Heh, not a bad strike, but it's of no use to me. As soon as the blazing giant ruler neared Xiao Yan, He effortlessly deflected it with a single hand, as if it were no big deal. An early 7-star Do-D truly is formidable. But my attack wasn't meant to hurt you. Xiao Yan thought to himself. He ignored Zhu Yuan and continued to condense the second and third strikes of the 7-layered Skybreaker ruler, launching them at Zhu Yuan. Although these strikes were also easily neutralized by Zhu Yuan, the flames lingered in the space, like ticking bombs ready to explode at any moment. Impressive. I really did underestimate you. Before long, Zhu Yuan noticed something off about Xiao Yan's tactics. He let out a cold snort and without hesitation, activated the blazing fire-attributed life force around him, launching relentless attacks towards Xiao Yan. Facing such powerful strikes from Zhu Yuan, Xiao Yan felt the pressure but managed to endure, thanks to his immortal body, which significantly lessened the burden on him. I just want to test out your human Hall's Do techniques. Make your move. One strike is enough. If this drags on, you won't be able to outlast me. Together. Upon hearing the suggestion, Xiong Yuan nodded immediately. He knew well that both Xiao Yan and Zhu Yuan possessed formidable power, and with so many people gathered here, any leakage from their attacks could lead to unimaginable consequences. Swish, swish. Without hesitation, Xiong Yuan and Mu Shuzi took to the air, their full strength as perfect 8-star Do dis radiating brilliantly. In the next moment, their immense life force surged into the small space where the fight was taking place, finally stabilizing it. As the space settled, Xiao Yan and Zhu Yuan's fierce battle also came to an end. Who won? The disciples' eyes narrowed, all fixated on the small, now clear space. Boom, boom, boom. The space slowly dispersed, revealing the figures of Xiao Yan and Zhu Yuan. You're strong, Xiao Yan remarked calmly to Zhu Yuan. Unfazed, Zhu Yuan responded, I was just one move short. You won this match. What? How is that possible? Xiao Yan actually defeated the second senior of Earth Hall with just the strength of a perfect 6-star Do-D? Second senior is a genuine 7-star Do-D. As Zhu Yuan's words fell, disbelief rippled through the disciples. Just luck, Xiao Yan said modestly in response to Zhu Yuan's concession. Defeat is defeat. No need for excuses. You've won. From now on, you're the number 1 in the Incense Pavilion. Zhu Yuan declared before vanishing, leaving Xiao Yan with a faint sense of release from the smile on Zhu Yuan's lips. What is that guy thinking? Xiao Yan shook his head, clearly puzzled by Zhu Yuan's behavior. Reflecting on the fight, Xiao Yan understood that if not for his sacred flame, which blocked much of Zhu Yuan's savage hand technique, he could have suffered serious, irreparable harm. Even with the sacred flame, Xiao Yan realized that Zhu Yuan's mastery of both strength and Do techniques far surpassed his own. While he had narrowly won this battle, Xiao Yan knew that in a true life-and-death fight, his chances against Zhu Yuan would be less than 40%. This was the true strength and mindset of the second senior of Earth Hall. Haha, as long as you're fine. Mu Shuzi, visibly relieved, announced, Since that's settled, I declare Xiao Yan the top disciple of Incense Pavilion. Sigh. Zhu Yuan, are you still determined to go through with that dangerous task? Xiong Yuan muttered quietly, his face far less joyful than Mu Shuzi's, as he vaguely understood Zhu Yuan's motivations behind today's actions. With that, everyone can go back for now. In a few months, news of the ruins will surface. With Mu Shuzi's final words, the crowd of disciples slowly dispersed, leaving Xiao Yan and a few others behind. Haha, you never cease to surprise me, kid. Mu Shuzi came over to Xiao Yan after the crowd had left, giving him a friendly punch on the shoulder. The punch, though it seemed strong, was meant as encouragement. This kid truly loved creating miracles. I owe it all to you, Vice Hall Master, Xiao Yan chuckled, trying to give Mu Shuzi credit. Don't try that with me. You're quite the clever one, aren't you? Mu Shuzi laughed, clearly not falling for Xiao Yan's attempt. Though accepting the credit would benefit him, Mu Shuzi wasn't that kind of person. All right then, take some time to rest. In a few months, the ruins will open. That should give you enough time to fully master the heaven-shifting ruler, Mu Shuzi advised. But during these months, don't run off causing trouble again. I don't want you getting me into more messes. Understood. Xiao Yan responded obediently and returned to Mu Yingying and the others. Big brother, are you all right? Little E was the first to ask as soon as Xiao Yan returned. During his battle with Zhu Yuan, Little E had sensed something unusual about the flames within Xiao Yan, which made him concerned. I'm fine. But you? You seem like you're on the verge of a breakthrough. Xiao Yan remarked, sensing the fluctuating flame energy within Little E. It was the unmistakable sign of an impending breakthrough. A breakthrough won't be easy. I can only pin my hopes on the upcoming ruins. I'll talk to you about it tonight, Little E whispered in Xiao Yan's ear, clearly wary of the fact that although most people had left, Qin Xian, Ling Xian, and several core disciples from Earth Hall were still nearby. All right. Xiao Yan understood from Little Yi's seriousness that something important was at hand and nodded lightly. Xiao Yan, congratulations. Ling Xian, biting her lower lip, walked over and offered her congratulations. And congratulations to you for mastering your Earth Hall's Hall Guardian treasure, Xiao Yan replied lightly to her kind words. I have something to attend to. I'll see you later. Ling Xian's demeanor quickly shifted back to her usual playful self as she turned to leave, clearly eager to share the good news with the Hall Master of Earth Hall. Seeing this, the other core disciples from Earth Hall also departed, leaving only Qin Xian behind. I didn't expect you to be hiding such strength. You actually possess soul power of the Earth-class Imperial realm. No wonder you dared to accept my challenge before. Heh, of course. If I didn't have some skills, it would have been hard to take on this task, Xiao Yan said, not surprised at all that Qin Xian had seen through him. After all, he had intentionally released his soul power for everyone to notice, aiming to impress others. The items you need are already prepared. They should arrive in a few days, Qin Xian said softly. By then, we can also begin what we discussed and aim to finish before the relic opens. No problem. When the items arrive, you can come to Bamboo Pavilion anytime, Xiao Yan replied. I'll be staying there until the relic opens. You should take a few days to rest first, Qin Xian smiled before leaving. She knew that even though she was eager, forcing Xiao Yan to refine the pills now would only lower the chances of success. As soon as Qin Xian left, Mu Yingying raised an eyebrow and asked, What are you two hiding? Nothing, just refining pills, Xiao Yan replied without hesitation, deciding not to hide anything. Oh, she responded. Since that's settled, let's head back, she said. The impact Xiao Yan caused this time will likely spread throughout the Incense Pavilion for several days, so you might want to lay low for a while, Mu Feng suddenly remarked with a mischievous grin. Damn, what a hassle, Xiao Yan muttered, realizing just how much trouble he'd stirred. He had clearly underestimated the power of the Hall Guardian Treasure Dough technique. If the disciples and elders of the entire Incense Pavilion found out, it would surely cause a storm. Let's go. It's time we head out. This news will spread across the whole Incense Pavilion soon, and then it'll be another grand spectacle, Mu Shuzi said, as he sealed the stone door of the fourth floor of the Dough Technique Pavilion. He turned to Xiong Yuan and said, It seems your human hall has produced quite an extraordinary disciple this time. Heh, your Earth and Heaven halls have been dominating for years. Now it's our human hall's turn, Mu Shuzi chuckled. Without waiting for Xiong Yuan, he strode off towards Zhu Jin's residence. Who made the Princess of Heaven Hall angry this time? Sitting here all gloomy by yourself, came a playful voice. Let me guess, didn't you just enter the Dough Technique Pavilion? How did it go? The teasing voice clearly belonged to Elder Qing, the vice leader of Heaven Hall and Qin Xian's teacher. Teacher, you're making fun of me again, Qin Xian sighed. I did master the Hall Guardian Treasure of Heaven Hall, but it doesn't suit me. I feel like this technique was designed specifically for the sacred flame. Heh, well, that's not your fault. The Heaven Scorching mantra is indeed meant to be used with the power of the sacred flame, but the creator likely overlooked how rare sacred flames are, Elder Qing remarked, shaking his head. There are only 36 sacred flames in the entire Great Thousand Worlds. Finding just one is near impossible, let alone mastering it. Teacher, Qin Xian hesitated but decided to tell him. Xiao Yan succeeded. This boy. Elder Qing sighed in astonishment. I already thought his talent was remarkable, but it seems I underestimated him. He managed to uncover the secret within the Hall Guardian treasure of the Human Hall's Do Technique scroll. It seems the mysteries he holds might be even greater than yours, Elder Qing mused. As one of the overseers of the Heaven, Earth, and Human Halls, Elder Qing knew very well how powerful the Hall Guardian treasures were, especially the one from the Human Hall, which was not only the hardest to master, but also the most formidable. Feeling disheartened already? That's not like you, Elder Qing said, noticing the flicker of doubt in Qin Xian's eyes. Teacher, do you think Xiao Yan is just too exceptional, or am I? Qin Xian's voice trailed off, filled with a hint of sadness. Xianer, you must trust yourself. Everyone has their own journey. Just focus on being true to who you are, Elder Qing advised gently. I understand. Thank you, teacher. After a long pause, a confident smile returned to Qin Xian's face. She nodded and smiled at Elder Qing. By now, the fourth floor of the Do Technique Pavilion had been sealed, but news of Xiao Yan mastering the Human Hall's Hall Guardian treasure had already spread like wildfire throughout the Incense Pavilion. Though many were skeptical at first, the announcement that Xiao Yan had defeated the second senior brother of the Earth Hall with the Hall Guardian treasure finally convinced everyone. Xiao Yan was now recognized as the strongest figure in the Incense Pavilion, and the disciples no longer doubted the truth. After all, facts spoke louder than words. Night had fallen, and the air was cold and silent. Knock, knock, knock. A series of steady knocks echoed outside Zhu Jin's wooden cabin. Come in, a strong, deep voice called from inside after a short pause. Elder Zhu, still not asleep? The visitor was none other than Mu Shuzi. Mu Shuzi had already come by earlier in the afternoon to tell Zhu Jin about the extraordinary young man, but Zhu Jin wasn't around, so he had returned in the evening. Heh, and neither are you, Zhu Jin laughed, having already recognized Mu Shuzi by his voice. So, how did it go? Zhu Jin asked eagerly as Mu Shuzi sat down, his voice filled with anticipation. Mu Shuzi's voice slowly echoed, carrying a hint of relief. Not only did he break the curse of no one from the Human Hall successfully cultivating this technique, but he also defeated Zhu Yuan with that terrifying Do skill, rising to become the strongest in our Incense Pavilion today. This boy, Zhu Jin chuckled upon hearing this. He no longer remained seated but stood up, saying, It seems heaven is blessing our Incense Pavilion. With this upcoming sect competition, we're bound to reclaim our glory. The decline of our Incense Pavilion has lasted too long, and it's time for us to rise to the peak with a victory. They both understood that when the mystic Three Heavens was first established, their Incense Pavilion led the many great sections. But over the years, the pavilion had gradually waned, replaced by others. Elder Zhu, what should we do next? Mu Shuzi suppressed his excitement and asked Zhu Jin. There's not much time left before the ruins open. In the next few months, the experts from all the great sects will undoubtedly take action, working together to pinpoint the location and uncover information about the ruins. As for Xiao Yan, let him go to the ruins. We have our own ways to handle the matter of Yanji, Zhu Jin said with a smile. But sacred flames attract each other. If Xiao Yan isn't present, it might make things more difficult for us, Mu Shuzi replied with concern. Xiao Yan has already mastered the Hall Guardian treasure of the Human Hall. The Pavilion Master once said that anyone who succeeds in cultivating it must be trained as the heir. Moreover, as his teacher, I absolutely won't let him go to such a dangerous place. Zhu Jin's voice carried a firm resolve. Mu Shuzi understood the meaning behind Zhu Jin's words. However, he also knew that without Xiao Yan's sacred flame, the task of saving Yanji would become incredibly difficult. Keep a close eye on Xiao Yan in the coming days. This kid has a knack for getting into trouble, Zhu Jin said with a laugh. Understood. Mu Shuzi responded and left. He knew well that once Zhu Jin had made a decision, it was nearly impossible to change it. Xiao Yan, I hope you'll surprise us again, Elder Zhu muttered as he slowly closed the wooden door, fiddling with a frighteningly powerful Do skill scroll. In the Bamboo Pavilion, Xiao Yan's residence. Brother, are you asleep? A soft voice called out from outside Xiao Yan's room. It was Little E. I've been waiting for you. Xiao Yan's face lit up, and he quickly opened the door, smiling at her. About today's incident, Little E started speaking as soon as they entered the room. What happened? Xiao Yan grew cautious. He knew Little Yi's identity was unique, but he also sensed the erratic, fluctuating power within her, which made him uneasy. My current strength has reached the perfect 8-star Do D level. If I take another step forward, I'll enter the 9-star Do D realm, Little E said. But no matter what methods I try, whether swallowing pills or absorbing great amounts of energy, I just can't break through that final barrier. I've come to realize after leaving the Do Technique Pavilion, I still need one essential thing, Little E explained. What is it? Xiao Yan asked immediately. The fire of life and death, Little E said calmly. What? The fire of life and death? Xiao Yan was shocked. Others might not know what it was, but Xiao Yan, as an alchemist, understood it well. The so-called fire of life and death was a flame formed by combining the life force of an 8-star Do D with fire attributes and the death force of a 9-star Do D with fire attributes. This kind of flame, although not as powerful as a sacred flame, was just as difficult to create. The fusion could only happen if the two individuals were blood-related siblings. Even though the difficulty of forming it was extremely high, Xiao Yan wasn't sure if such a thing still existed in the world. So, what do you think? Little E asked, her eyes filled with expectation. This flame is incredibly rare, but don't worry, I'll keep an eye out for it. Are you certain it's this? Xiao Yan asked, as if recalling something important. I'm not entirely sure, but the mark on my forehead told me so, Little E said, revealing a mysterious rune on her forehead. The reincarnation seal, Xiao Yan muttered to himself upon seeing it. He didn't know exactly what the seal was, but he was aware that if Little E ever fully matured, even a Do Xian would be no match for her, and she might even stand a chance against a legendary Do Shun. But for Xiao Yan, all of that seemed too far away. Brother, don't worry. My mark seems to be telling me that the ruins we're heading to this time hold what I need, Little E said, sensing Xiao Yan's concern. Is that true? Xiao Yan, who had been feeling helpless, perked up at her words. I'm certain of it, Little E smiled. Haha, then no matter how dangerous the ruins are, be it a dragon's lair or a tiger's den, we must press forward. There's only 3 months left, Xiao Yan said. When the time comes, I'll bring the fire of life and death back for you, safe and sound. Thank you, brother. Little Yi's voice trembled slightly with emotion, unsure of what to say. There's no need to thank me. We're siblings, after all. Now, go get some rest, Xiao Yan said as he escorted Little Yi out. The next morning, a large crowd had already gathered outside the bamboo pavilion. The crowd consisted of disciples from both the human hall and earth hall. They had come early to catch a glimpse of Xiao Yan, the one who had successfully mastered the hall guardian treasure of the human hall. Whether they were registered disciples of the human hall or those from the earth hall, all of them were eager to see Xiao Yan in person. By now, Xiao Yan had become one of the strongest representatives of the disciples from the Incense Pavilion. Why are there so many people outside? Mu Yingying asked as she and the others, including Xiao Yan, rose early in the morning. After all, the 5 of them had the habit of starting their day with cultivation. No idea. Let's go check, Xiao Yan replied, sensing something was off. However, among the 5, Mu Feng had already disappeared without a trace. Hey, Xiao Yan, don't go out. That crowd is all here for you. Mu Feng hurriedly appeared and came to Xiao Yan's side, clearly just having returned from outside and aware of the situation. Xiao Yan quickly understood. So, they were all here for the spectacle. Don't these people have their own cultivation to worry about? Xiao Yan felt a bit bitter but had no choice but to say, I guess I'll stay low and take it easy for the next few days. Xiao Yan was helpless. He had planned to visit his master, Zhu Jin, but judging by the crowd outside, going out would just lead to being surrounded. Better to stay put. Let's just rest here for a few days, Xiao Yan decided. The group then locked the doors of the bamboo pavilion tightly, making no further movements. Seeing this from a distance, the disciples outside, although somewhat displeased, could do nothing. After all, it wasn't as if they could just barge into someone else's place. And so, time passed, and 10 days quickly went by. During this period, Xiao Yan and his companions used the time to familiarize themselves with the techniques they had learned from the Do Technique Pavilion. Phew. The frenzy has finally died down, Xiao Yan said as he lightly opened the door of the bamboo pavilion. To his relief, there were no more disciples outside. They had all returned to their own affairs. Oh, Xiao Yan, Qin Xian was looking for you earlier. She came by, but since the door was locked, she didn't want to disturb you. Ling Xian appeared, informing Xiao Yan. Qin Xian? She must be here for something important. Might as well use the time now to get that task done, Xiao Yan thought. He then said a few words to Ling Xian before heading to where Qin Xian resided. Along the way, even though Xiao Yan deliberately chose less crowded paths, he was still recognized by several disciples. Each time he was spotted, they showered him with praise, a clear sign of how famous he had become during this time. At last, I've made it, Xiao Yan sighed with relief, finally arriving at Qin Xian's residence. As he entered, he was surprised to find that Qin Xian's place was even bigger than the one he and his companions lived in. She was either extraordinarily talented or backed by a powerful faction. But Xiao Yan wasn't concerned with such things and stepped lightly into the courtyard. The moment he entered, the scent of flowers and the sound of birds filled the air. It was clear that Qin Xian had a love for beauty, but Xiao Yan wasn't surprised by this. Strange. Where has Xiao Yan gone off to? Qin Xian sat in the pavilion in the middle of the courtyard, holding a finely crafted storage ring, muttering to herself, deep in thought. The first thing that struck Xiao Yan was how extraordinary that storage ring looked, but as a skilled alchemist with considerable resources himself, he quickly regained his composure after only a few breaths. Qin Xian, I heard from Ling Xian that you were looking for me? Xiao Yan's calm voice broke the silence. Xiao Yan, you're finally here. Qin Xian was startled at first, then immediately overjoyed. Ah, it's a long story. Xiao Yan sighed helplessly and began explaining the situation to Qin Xian, which made her laugh. Heh, so even the great number one disciple of the Incense Pavilion has his share of troubles. That's rare to see, Qin Xian teased. All right, no need to rub it in. You know the truth better than anyone. That Zhu Yuan, with his 7-star Do D strength, isn't just talk. If we were to truly fight, it's hard to say who would win. But I do wonder what he's up to, Xiao Yan said, pondering. He must have his reasons for what he's doing. Don't overthink it, Qin Xian replied, clearly knowing more about Zhu Yuan's actions but not elaborating. By the way, I've gathered the materials. When shall we start? Qin Xian changed the topic. We can start right now, Xiao Yan said with a smile. But before that, I need to make some preparations. Though my soul power has already reached the level of a second-rank Imperial-class alchemist, I have yet to make a full breakthrough, so I'll need some time. You still need a full breakthrough, huh? Qin Xian understood what Xiao Yan meant and didn't show any displeasure. After all, refining pills was no trivial matter. Besides, if it weren't for the fact that Qin Xian didn't trust others in Mystic Three Heavens, she wouldn't have sought out Xiao Yan in the first place. It seems I'll have to make a trip to the Alchemist Association in Xinling City. Only there can I make a proper breakthrough. It'll be hard to achieve that anywhere else, Xiao Yan thought aloud. The Alchemist Association? In Xinling City? The entire city is in an uproar right now. Rumors say the high ranks of the Xinling royal family are about to change. People are on edge. It's not wise for us to go there. Qin Xian shook her head, rejecting the idea. A breakthrough isn't something to be taken lightly. If not in Xinling City, where else? What do you expect me to do? Go to Pill Valley? Xiao Yan hesitated. Aside from that, there's another place we could go, Qin Xian said, suddenly smiling. What place? Xiao Yan felt a slight chill at her tone, as if she was purposely withholding the answer. You're quite familiar with it. It's none other than our Incense Pavilion, Qin Xian replied with a grin. Incense Pavilion? As far as I remember, Incense Pavilion doesn't have a place for alchemy, right? Xiao Yan asked, clearly confused. You really are forgetful. Apart from the heaven, earth, and human halls, the cultivation cave heaven, the Do Technique Pavilion, and the training grounds, have you forgotten that there's also an alchemy room? Qin Xian teased with a look of disdain. Oh, right, the alchemy room. How could I forget? Xiao Yan coughed lightly to cover up his embarrassment. Let's go now. The elders in the alchemy room will probably be happy to see you, Xiao Yan said as she started moving, heading directly toward the alchemy room. The alchemy room, huh? I really did forget, Xiao Yan muttered, patting his forehead before following her. Xiao Yan, where exactly is this alchemy room? I've never heard about it, Xiao Yan asked as they made their way toward the alchemy room. Truth be told, not only Xiao Yan but almost no one in the entire Incense Pavilion knew about the alchemy room. It's not your fault. The alchemy room has very few members, and it's generally not open to outsiders. Honestly, it serves only the internal members of Incense Pavilion, Xiao Yan explained. You seem to know a lot about this, Xiao Yan remarked, picking up on the fact that Xiao Yan seemed aware of many hidden secrets of Incense Pavilion. His curiosity grew. Don't ask too many questions. Even though I know your strength isn't as simple as it appears, some things are better left unknown. Trust me, Xiao Yan suddenly said with a serious tone. Sensing a dangerous aura from her, Xiao Yan wisely decided to stay silent. Xiao Yan understood that everyone had their own secrets. As long as he didn't cross the line, there was no harm in making more allies. Xiao Yan couldn't help but be curious about Xiao Yan's background. Her strength didn't seem to belong here. Perhaps she hailed from another continent. We're here, Xiao Yan said softly after a short while. This is the place? Xiao Yan looked up, seeing a small forest path. A few wooden huts were nestled among the trees, marking the outskirts of Incense Pavilion. The place was deserted, but Xiao Yan's keen senses detected the rich scent of medicinal pills and the presence of soul energy from the huts. The alchemy room is secluded, so few people know about it. But don't underestimate it. Though there are only 4 people in the alchemy room, fewer than in Heaven Hall, their status is unmatched. That's because the head of the alchemy room is a genuine 3rd-rank Imperial Alchemist, and the deputy head is also a 2nd-rank Imperial Alchemist. They even have 2 disciples, Xiao Yan explained slowly. Impressive. Xiao Yan exclaimed in surprise. A 2nd-rank Imperial Alchemist would be highly respected even in the Mystic 3 Heavens, and a 3rd-rank Imperial Alchemist would be revered even more. So, be cautious when you meet them. You know how alchemists can be. Sometimes they're unbearably arrogant, always acting superior. It's pretty irritating, Xiao Yan snorted, clearly displeased. Let's just get this over with. We're only here to break through to the 2nd-rank Imperial Alchemist level. So let's not stir up any trouble, Xiao Yan said, concerned that Xiao Yan's fiery temper might complicate the situation. Don't worry. I know alchemists are annoying, but I can handle it, Xiao Yan reassured him, sensing his unease. The head of the alchemy room is Bai Qian, a 3-turn 9-star Do-D and a 3rd-rank Imperial Alchemist. The deputy head, Yi Meng, is also a 9-star Do-D and a peak 2nd-rank Imperial Alchemist. They have 2 disciples, Zhuolu, who is a peak 1st-rank Imperial Alchemist and a late 6-star Do-D, and their junior disciple, Long Fuyao, who is a mid 6-star Do-D and a 1st-rank Earth Alchemist. But don't underestimate her. Her mastery over soul energy is the most impressive I've ever seen. Xiao Yan continued. Let's go in and take a look, Xiao Yan said, making a mental note of all the important details as he followed her inside. How did your task go today? Inside one of the wooden huts, an elder asked a young girl, his voice filled with concern. Still, not done, the girl bit her lip, replying stubbornly. You. The elder glared at the large alchemy furnace in front of him. I've told you not to overexert yourself. Look at this. I asked you to refine a simple 1st-rank Imperial human pill, but you insisted on raising it to a 1st-rank Earth pill. The elder scolded her, his voice tinged with frustration. I can do it. Just give me a bit more time, and I'll succeed. The girl was incredibly proud, showing no signs of backing down, undeterred by his reprimands. Sigh, you're too stubborn, the elder sighed, knowing how persistent his beloved disciple could be. Master, someone is here to see you. Just as the elder was about to say something more, a man entered, respectfully addressing the elder. Who is it? The elder asked, turning his head. They say it's a disciple from the human hall, Xiao Yan. Xiao Yan? The elder hadn't yet reacted when the young woman, upon hearing this name, suddenly put down the flame she was holding as if she had just heard something amusing and headed towards the door. "Hey, wait for me." The elder, seeing her abandon the pill she was refining, hurriedly chased after her. Hee, junior sister's alchemy skills have probably already reached the level of a first-rank Imperial Heavenly Pill. She's truly impressive, the elder praised, noticing the alluring fragrance of the successfully refined pill in the furnace. However, he knew all too well that due to her reckless nature, often pushing for dangerous advancements, her alchemist rank had remained at this level. Why has no one shown up yet? Xiao Yan and Xian stood at the entrance, waiting for quite some time with no signs of anyone coming, prompting Xiao Yan to voice his doubt. Boom, boom, boom. Just as the two were lowering their guard, an invisible and colorless soul attack suddenly surged out from the wooden house. Watch out! Xiao Yan, whose soul power had remained vigilant, sensed the massive incoming soul force aimed at them and immediately unleashed his brilliant soul energy, meeting the mysterious attack head-on. Boom, boom, boom. The two terrifying forces collided, stirring up a thick mist in the sky. Hemph! That's Xiao Yan. What overwhelming soul power! The young woman's indifferent eyes suddenly flickered with a strange hue. Enough! The elder, noticing his precious disciple's unconventional actions, let out a cold snort, instantly quelling the two battling soul forces with his vast power. Damn! This old man's strength and soul power are terrifying, Xiao Yan muttered under his breath, his face darkening. Vice Hall Master, junior sister, it's been a long time, and you haven't changed a bit?